Hey everybody, Z Garcia here, and today I'm taking a look at an insert for Marvel United, the core box right here from Go7Gaming. Go7Gaming is one of my favorite insert makers, and I just got my extended pledge for Marvel United. So now I have a whole bunch of Marvel United stuff, and this insert lets me store in there not just the core box and everything that comes in here. And that's really what it's designed for, but it has room for extra figures and the extra cards that go with them. So that's what I've done. I've gone ahead and made a souped up core box for myself, something I can quickly take on the go, okay? Before I get into it too much more, let's go ahead and take a look at the insert. I'll cut to the table. I'll show you what it looks like. I'm not going to go over build or anything like that. It's very easy to build this one. It's a simple 3-piece insert. That's it. But I'll show you what it looks like, who I've got in there, and then I'll see you on the other side for just some a little banter and some final thoughts, okay? Here we go. Alright, so we're going to be taking a look at the insert already in the box. This is basically going to be an unboxing video, but before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and show you here the original insert that came in there, okay? So this is the insert that came in it. It had this plastic lid that went over it, very nice with the logo there. And then, as you can see in here, it had spaces for the figures, vacuum molded spaces, so every figure has to go in its exact spot, or it doesn't fit quite right. And then the plastic would hold it in place. Then you've got spaces for cards here and here. The locations would go there. And then in here you could put some tokens. And then you could put tokens in these spaces at the bottom. The tokens were a little bit of a tight fit. You'd have to bag them, okay? So that would be the first thing. But also they were a little tight. You could also keep cards in here. So splitting those up, you would have to, figure out how you'd want to do that. But the tokens was the main issue. And, of course, the fact that nothing else will fit in here. You've got the 10 figures that come in it. And if you want to put anything extra in there because you got expansions or what have you, then, well, you can't really put them in the same box unless you chuck this out. Or, find another way to do it. So, all right, let's take a look at the insert over here. Got the box. Let's pop this open. We've got ourselves the rule book. We've got the this little dashboard, the villain dashboard right here. Then we've got the 3 baddies that come in the original game. And as you can see, I've already put a couple of extra ones in there. I've got Loki, I've got Bullseye in there. And then we've got the locations, which I've also added a few extras to from the Spider-Man set. I mixed them in. So, Queens and the Oscorp is in here. So there you go. This is not really about the game, is it? It's about this. So in here, this is basically 3 parts. You've got one part right here, which is this tray that holds the minis. And it has, as you just saw, there are 10 in the original one. So 4, 8, 9, 10. And then you've got a room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more. Which is what I've done. I've gone ahead and filled it out. As you can see, there is a shallower part right here where those locations were sitting. All right. So if you do have a particularly big figure, it's got to go in one of these big ones, or maybe in these. You might be able to put them in there. All right. So there is that. And then we've got this card tray, which has all the, it has a bunch of dividers in it. And they will allow you to figure out how you want to store these. So I've got that. The dividers can be moved, though I will point out they share the rail right here. So meaning if this divider is there where it is, you can't put one in the exact same spot on the next one over. You have to basically stagger them to make this work out. I do have the heroes doubled up. So, Captain America, Captain Marvel here are doubled up into one single spot, but you can do that however you want to, right? And then, like I said, these, you can just pop out these dividers, and they will, that one's a little tight, actually, but you can pop them out and move them around, and then you are good to go. Like that. So they come out, you can put them anywhere you want to, and then, organize it however you'd like, and obviously this will have space for the core game and that extra stuff. And I do want to point out that this is really, I mean, they are not selling this as an insert for really anything other than the core box. This does a very good job with the core box. I'm just glad you can go above and beyond that because of the extra space that utilizing this kind of insert will afford you, giving you, extra space for the minis over here and all that. So, and then lastly, we've got this part right here, which is a token tray. So we pop that, and there we've got all of the tokens. So you can play right out of this. You got your damage and your thugs and civilians. I even put some of the KO tokens in here. They go with Bullseye in this case. So you've got that all sorted right in there. And that's pretty much it. So you pop that back on. Let me see. This only goes the one way, so you do have to get that correctly. It's either this way or this way. And you can tell from these 3 lines, okay? That pops on nicely. Pop that back in there. Lay this down on its side. Put it back in there, and then this will go in there like that. Then the locations, and you are done. All right, let's go back up top. Let me give you a couple final thoughts. All right, so that is the insert for Marvel United there. I think this is a great way to not just store your core box, and it'll hold sleeved cards, all of that stuff, as I said, but it is a great way to supplement the core box by picking and choosing extra things you might want to mess with, and then having a portable one-box solution that you can take with you. It's not everything, obviously, but it is it's a great way for you to take one box and have something above and beyond what came in the original core box without everything just sort of, moving around in there. The original insert is a vacuum formed insert. It has great spaces for all the minis in there, and that's it. So you can't put any extra figures in there, okay? So this is a good way to do that. If you don't want to have to carry all your boxes with you, but you want a little bit more than the original heroes and baddies, then this is one I would recommend. I think the price is very good. I believe this lists for $25 US, so it's a good price. I think the component quality is excellent. I mean, they're the laminate or whatever material they use, it's like a wood product, but it is very clean. There's no there are no splinters. There's nothing like that. And then the laser cutting is always just really, really precise and good. Everything pops out, goes together very nicely. A little wood glue and you're good to go. So there are a couple of negatives I do have. The biggest one being because of the way the spaces are made, these spaces in here, this will not fit any character from the extended Marvel United pledge, okay? Like, for example, Falcon has those really large wings, very, very beautiful mini. It will not fit in any of these spaces. And there are others like that. You also have to be... you have to play a little Tetris with these because some can fit in these spaces just fine. They're kind of like the shallow spaces. But then some of them have to go in these 3 particularly big ones, and some have to go in these that have a little lip so that, say, the wings, for example, on Wasp here would stick out. So you have to put her in one of these to have the wings be hidden behind this lip right here. So, yes, you have to mess with it a little bit, but it's a minor thing. A lot of the figures will fit, and as you can see, I have all the original ones in here and then a bunch more filling that out. So that's one negative. The other one is a much more minor negative, and that is that, unfortunately, you do have to remove this tray with the minis to comfortably remove the cards and all of these and the tokens. And the reason that's, again, a little unfortunate is because it's the one piece you normally wouldn't have to pull out. You could just pull out the mini, right? You could just, whoop, I got it, and it's good. It can stay in there. But because of the way everything fits so tightly, it utilizes the space well, but you probably want to pull this out first before you get to the cards or you get to the tokens. But that's really it. Overall, I really like the insert. I think it's a great storage solution. It's very nice to play out of the tray. So you can, you can just pop the lid on that, Everything's contained in there. You are good to go. You can keep extra KO tokens or whatever you get in the expansions in there. And that's basically it. So there you go. This one gets a big thumbs up from me. I don't give these, inserts numerical ratings, but I would definitely recommend it. I think you should, if you want to do what I'm doing, which is, again, have just a core box plus a few other things that you can then take with you, or just pop that open and mess with a few figures without being overwhelmed by literally everything, then this is a great way to do it. So, yeah, this one gets a big thumbs up from me. So, there you go, everybody. That is the Go7Gaming, it says right there. Insert for Marvel United. I like it quite a bit, and that's going to do it for us on this video. My name is Z Garcia. I'll see you on the next one.